Throughout the 1930s, no animation company rivaled Walt Disney more than Fleischer Studios, founded by Dave and Max Fleischer in 1929. Today, younger generations are more familiar with their art style through the popular indie game Cuphead. In the 1920s, the Fleischer brothers made a splash in the animation industry with a series of cartoons called Out of the Inkwell, which featured an animated clown, who would later become known as Coco, interacting with his real-life creator. What made Coco stand out were his movements. The animation flowed more naturally than any other cartoon up to that point, thanks to a special machine that Max invented, the rotoscope machine, which helped animators draw over live-action film. At the end of the 20s, the Fleischers believed that it was time to put Coco to rest after a decade-long run, and come up with new characters for their new series, Talk Cartoons. One of the first ones they created was Bimbo the dog in 1930. The character was meant to be the Fleischers' attempt to rival Disney's Mickey Mouse. He went through several design changes before it officially became standardized 1 year later, but Bimbo's success was moderate at best. His most famous short was a film that movie historian Leonard Maltin described as the darkest cartoon Fleischer Studios ever produced. At number 37, we have Bimbo's Initiation. One beautiful day, Bimbo is walking along minding his own business when he falls into a trap laid out by Mickey Mouse? Bimbo slides into an underground cavern where he finds a cult that tries everything in their power to convert him to their cause. The torturous scenarios that Bimbo goes through actually remind me a little bit of Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum. There are so many ways to read into this cartoon. Fans, historians, and animation enthusiasts have been theorizing the deeper meanings within this short for years. Most believe that Bimbo is trying to be converted into a sex cult because of all the raunchy, torturous scenarios that Bimbo is thrown into. The animation is Fleischer's signature style at its finest, the type that defies all logic. A doorway can suddenly become a mouth, and water can suddenly become ice. I especially love this tracking shot that goes on towards the climax. It's almost like an encore. The way it's animated makes it feel like one continuous shot. It's seamless, and for 1931, probably revolutionary too. The other character I should probably mention that stands out in this cartoon is the girl who would later become known as Betty Boop. This was one of the last cartoons to show Betty with her dog-like features, before she was completely redesigned as the human we all know her as today. This is also the last cartoon that was animated by Betty's co-creator, Grim Natwick, before he moved out west. With Bimbo's star fading and Betty's on the rise, there was a brief time at the end of 1931 when the pair would star in shorts together, before Betty officially took over, making this Bimbo's final cartoon where he alone received top billing. And it's quite a risque cartoon for Bimbo's solo career to go out on.